Yeah, kinda.
Yeah? You ready to go out tonight? I'm ready.
What are these?
Got to get dressed first, but they're things that I made for my family. Little gifts.
My dad just came home from a long day at work. He and my mom are getting ready to meet their friends for dinner tonight. My parents are social people. Bill and Janice Blair adopted me from a Russian orphanage in 1999 when I was 13 years old. They took time to sit down with me and remember the highs and lows of the adoption process.
I was in Minsk, Belarus, and I was supposed to fly from Minsk to JFK. But instead, borrowed $1,000, and I flew from Minsk to Moscow. I was terribly sick. I had the flu, and so I felt terrible that whole weekend. And it was about a 3-hour automobile ride. And I had seen, through the ministry that Mom and I had done over the years, I had seen and visited many orphanages. But I had never, I can't remember, an orphanage as poor as Lahey.
Well, you're one of us. I mean, you were never not one of us. From the moment I laid eyes on you. Never. It was just amazing how we could communicate even when you didn't know the language.
I was already a dad. I had a son, but, Jason was already grown up. So I was excited to meet you, and the prospect of having another boy, having a son, that's exciting. The court hearing, that was the scariest part for your mom and I of the whole process. I think that was the scariest, okay, because we're standing before a Russian judge, and we basically have to convince her.
It's very nerve-wracking for any parents that want to adopt, but they do it for the love of the child, because, like I said, we were already in love with you. We didn't care what we had to go through. I didn't care, I was just, you were just my kid,
We really felt that God was calling us to do this, and so I was excited just to see it taking place. I mean, to take a child out of a very poor orphanage and give them, the kind of life we have here in the United States.
Here's your tea, hon.
Thanks, hon.
Once you enter into it, and you fall in love with that child, as we fell in love with you, we would have sold our house. We wouldn't have cared at that point. It doesn't matter, because to us, we're not really into material things. As those pictures that we took, the first pictures of you arriving here from the United States, that was just an awesome time for all of us. I mean, you were so excited. You were so skinny. You weighed about 78 pounds.
Yeah.
And you just jumped on those suitcases and the suitcase cart and
I remember
that picture, and you were so excited that you were in New York and America. And
we did everything ourselves. We had to get all kinds of letters. We had to have someone to the house and basically inspect our home. Do we have a clean home? Do we have a bedroom that the boy can sleep in?
It was just such a wonderful experience, and I would do it all over again 100 times.
We didn't initiate, we want to adopt a child. Again,
but once we laid eyes on you,
yeah.
Dad's not a very emotional person, but I remember the phone call when he called me, and he was so excited when he first seen you. And he did say, he's like a diamond in the rough. You've got to see this kid, Jan. He looks at you straight in the eye, and he's just such a warm, pleasant child. He was very excited.
Yeah, there was just one obstacle after another. It just, that's why, after visiting you when I came home, that's why Mom and I just, God couldn't have made it any clearer if he'd have left a note on the refrigerator